Okay, so here we have an equation. Let me move it over here where we can see it a little bit better. R over T equals W. Okay, so on these ones now, we have lots of letters. And so, right, 3 letters, not just, normally we just have X or maybe Y or Z or W or something. Only 1 letter and then a bunch of numbers. But on these problems now, we're going to have lots of letters. The rules remain the same. It's just multi-letters. Okay, we're trying to solve for T. They can pick any letter they want and ask us to get that letter alone. They're asking us to get T alone. All right, well, anyway, you know what we do, right, when we have fractions. Fractions, let me write it over here. Fractions with an equal sign. How do we handle fractions with an equal sign? Step number 1, we multiply all the terms in both sides by the LCD over 1. And what is the LCD? 1 of each type of item under a bar. In this case, we've only got one thing under a bar, T. I mean, that's it. There's nothing else under a bar. That's the only bar, and T's the only thing under the bar. So that's pretty straight ahead, right? What are we going to multiply by? Well, we're going to multiply by T over 1, T over 1, right? LCD over 1, all the terms on both sides. All right, and then step number 2, cancel denom. So I'm going to cancel denom. So cancel, cancel. And so what do we have here? R equals, and what happens over here? W times T. W times T. And here these T's have canceled. We good there? The 1, we don't care about the 1s. All right, so now that's always the first step. So I just get rid of, so notice no more fractions, right? No more fractions. We canceled the denominators. Okay. So now step number 3 is to solve for, what's your letter? What are we trying to solve for? T. You got to kind of remember which letter, huh? Because there's lots of letters. You got to remember which letter do they want you to solve for? Oh yeah, T. T's the letter. Here, let me put down the wall of separation here. Anyway, we're trying to solve for T. So T, so let's be clear. T's over here saying, I want to be alone, right? That's where he's on the right. It doesn't matter right side, left side, whatever. Wherever he is, that's where he's at. And he wants to be alone. Well, how do you get him alone? Well, you got to get rid of this W that's next to him, right? If you want to get T alone, well, then lose the little W that's next to him. How do we do that? We just divide by it, don't we? Boom, boom. And so there it is. R over W. T is alone. It is equal to R over W. And so let's recap. What do we always do when we have fractions? Fractions with an equal sign. We multiply all the terms on the left and the right, both sides, by the LCD over 1. The LCD in this case was just T. It was the only item under a bar. So T over 1, and then cancel denominators. I canceled the T's here. Just had R. This is WT. And then just solve for T. They want T, so then just divide by the W. Divide by the W. Cancels out. T is R over W. There we go.